I'm gonna be drawing some characters from memory, and we do have a cat here, by the way. So that's pretty cool. Um, Car is here. He's very cool. He's very chill. This is his tail. So basically, as you can see, these are terrible drawings. Now you may be like, whoa, why is Barta's art so bad at drawing? Um, Basically what I've been doing is I've been working on drawing characters from memory. So I look at a picture and then I go draw it without looking at the reference. And then I go back and I do it multiple times, like in between each one, I'll like look at what's wrong, take that, uh, you know, whatever, and then I'll try to fix it in the next drawing. So that's what happened. So I went to that, from that to that to that. And then guys, can you hear me? I just need to make sure. Can you guys hear me? Please tell me. That didn't just mess it up. Wait, I think it's working. I think it's working. You get out at 2:30? All right. Wait, I think it's working. Okay, it's working. We're good. Sorry about that. Anyways, yeah, so I went from that to that, and then I did the same thing with Goofy, Mickey. So yeah, we're making progress. Um, and yeah, like I'm gonna start the live stream. My cat. What's up, bro? Good, good. So I'm drawing Goofy right now. Just making sure I have it down so I don't have to do it again, you know? Um, and then all right. Anyways, yeah, welcome Flash, welcome Happy Art to the live stream. I'm just drawing some cartoon characters. It's gonna be a pretty short live stream. I want to get another character memorized. And then that's when it'll probably end. But who knows? I might go a little bit longer. And the reason I'm doing this, like the whole memorization thing, is just because I like, I think it would be cool to be able to just draw cartoon characters on the spot. I don't need a reference. I think and it's also good practice for drawing. Um, but oh, my cat's trying to get out. Wow, he just zoomed out. He'll be back in 5 minutes, scratching to get in. Okay, let's see, and then there's a hat, which I don't think I have perfectly, but I think it is. I think that's good enough. Um, and then, yo, Josh, welcome. I'm working on my drawing memorization skills. I don't remember if you were there or not yesterday. I think you were, but I'm doing the same thing. So I can still draw Goofy from memory, so that's a good sign. And now I'm gonna do Mickey, just to make sure. And I'm gonna learn at least one new character. I don't have a ton of time today, but Oh, those eyes actually look awesome. Um, okay. Okay, the mouth is a little bit low, but um, and that's okay. Well, I know the mistakes I made. I'm just going fast so I can get to the new characters. The eyes have uh yeah, yeah. It's definitely a good thing to have because like if you're just bored, it's like, man, I need to pull out a reference to draw, but no, you can just okay, that's not great. Like it should like I just the mouth's too low compared to the nose. This is all a little bit too big. I don't think the eyes are big enough. But hey, that's fine. Yeah. I've seen better, but okay. Now, guys, what character should I memorize next? I can draw Shrek. That's fine. I'm good. I already can draw Shrek from memory. Need a new character. May You know what? Maybe I'll complete the three. I'll do Donald Duck. Okay, that sounds that's a valid thing. Okay, I am just pulling up a reference. Donald Duck. Man, I could not spell. That was not the correct spelling. And then we'll do this picture. Um. All right. Oh yeah, I forgot the process of this. Okay, so basically what I do, I have a reference pulled up and I start by looking at that, just trying to remember as much as I can, and then I'll take the reference off of my screen so I can't see it, and then I'll draw the character, and then I'll pull it back up, see what I got wrong, and then do it until I'm happy with how the character looks. Like with Mickey Mouse, don't mind how terrible he looks and terrifying, but that was really fast. It took like 3 drawings. Goofy took like 7 drawings probably to get perfect. I mean, there's still definitely room for improvement. Like this eye should actually be sloping like back a little bit still. I keep messing that up, but yeah. Okay. So Donald Duck is next. He doesn't have a nose, which is where I like to usually start with these characters. So I'll start with his beak instead. And it's just going to be about memorizing the general shape of it. And then that eye's like that. That eye's a big roll. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, I'm basically just going to start and see what we have. I just need a starting point. Okay. Hold on. Let me look at it more. Okay, so I'm going to draw the beak, which is that shape. And then boom. Okay. And then the hat is also important. But um, I don't know what I'm doing. This is gonna be very wrong. I'm just warning you guys. It's gonna look terrifying. But this is all part of the process, okay? Like, I don't even remember what the top of his head looks like. This is bad. uh, I remember what the hat kinda looks like. Oh, look at this. Oh my goodness, this is terrifying. Guys, reminder, I don't have a reference. This is okay. Now I'm gonna go back and see what's the problem. Okay, there's definitely a few things, I would say. Everything's pretty much wrong, but I wanna find something that's kinda right. Like, no, the shape of the hat isn't even that right. But I think next I'm just gonna work on the beak, getting that beak down because that is not right. Like this is much longer. The line it starts up here, it goes down, and then it swoops up, and then this kind of overlaps there, and it goes back, and then you have that shape which curves down here and is more of like his mouth looks open, and then that's like that center point, and then you got the tongue. Okay, so we're just gonna work on the beak, and then I'll work on everything else a little bit later. So that's what we have. Boom. Okay. Okay. So mm, this is the top of the beak. I want to say it curves back like that, and then you have this, and you got that part of the beak, and then you got this part of the beak. And then I think it curves around like that probably. And then I think he has a nose there. Okay. That's and then all right. Okay. That what did we get wrong? A lot. I forgot about the entire shape of the beak. Okay. So this this is okay. It doesn't start going down really like that. So okay, and then it kind of all right. And this is like kind of correct. It's more rounded on the bottom. It's like a thinner area around there. And then actually the inside of the mouth is what lines up there. Okay, that makes more sense. And it doesn't go nearly down that far. And then the big part is like I missed out on this entire thing right there. But like other than that, back over here, this is acceptable for now. Like it's just a little bit okay. So let's try that one more time. Well, there's gonna be a lot of times, but okay. 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 That's progress made, I would have to say. Guys, so right now what I'm doing, I can't draw different characters right now. So I'm learning Donald Duck from memory. I'm learning how to draw him. And that's all I think that's the only character I'll be doing in this live stream. These are the characters I learned from memory in past live streams. This is a bad drawing. I'll just kind of but yeah, so now I'm doing this. Okay. But I mean, here. there's there's your Phineas. Uh, you're not very late at all. You're fine. Okay. So now, okay, I'm narrowing down the problems basically. So this, I didn't really fix that problem, but this is supposed to go more like this, and then this is more like of a swooping, like boom, and this is a swoop, and this goes around the back, and that's actually curving around, and then it happens faster, and then it goes down further, and also this part over here is more extreme, and then there's also that line for the smile. This mouth doesn't go as far. That line is more like that. Okay. And there's no nose. I don't know why I did that. Okay. I know I just did the drawing and then I drew all over it. But at, okay, so that goes up. Um oh, I messed that up. Okay. That's fine. That's where it's supposed to line up. Oh, well, I got it wrong again. This is okay. I know I'm not even gonna look at the thing again. Welcome, Street Players. Here's another 104 days of summer. Oh, I was reading that like. Yes, sir. Um, do I remember? I remember doing it because it was yesterday, but I don't know. Wait, actually, let me look at the reference again. What's wrong here? Okay, this is too extreme of a curve. This should be more like that. And there's more of like a spot that's like this. And like that eye, it needs to go down here. Like I shouldn't this part should be last up here after I get all this figured out. Cause like this I can kind of do decently now. So let's try that again. Okay. Okay. And now and then this kind of connects to that. Okay. All right. Progress. Now let's what well, because the beak isn't right still. something's wrong here. Okay, so overall, okay, so that line just needs to be tilted. That's an easy fix. Mouth is pretty okay. This side actually goes down lower than that side. Um, these eyes are not right. They're like in the corner there. Okay, that actually made them look terrifying. They're like that. Um, and then this goes more up and does less of that. And I mean, oh, like that's fine. And then this comes off of there, goes around there. And this eye shape I was unsure about, but actually it should be shorter over there. It should only be like there. Okay, overall, a lot better, I have to say. So, yeah, guys, Phineas and Ferb. Oh, I used to binge watch that when I was younger. That was a very, I love that show. Okay, let me look at it one more time. I need to get the main part is that beak shape. Okay. Something like that. And then I said I wanted all this a little bit thinner. And then oh no, I messed that up. No. Oh, okay. Okay, one more time over here. Sorry guys, this is a very like difficult process. I've never done like anything like this really. Um where I have to memorize. I always use references. But I'm hoping this will also help me memorize characters faster. So I'll just look at them and be like, yep, that's it. And then I can just do it without going through this whole process every time. So I'm just going to fix the shape of this a little bit. So it's more like that. And then you got that. Okay. 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 That's looking better. All right. Progress. It's that's what we need. Man, I've been doing this for so long already. Okay. So number one thing right now I'm seeing this is more, it's a little bit, goes down a little bit further. The shape is kind of good. It's a little bit more narrow. And then this like is just a little bit more noticeable. That like that's correct. Boom. This is a little bit less extreme of a point there. It goes down. And this goes up a little bit. Okay. We're so close. So close. Gotta move over to the next page. So close. Okay. Okay, I did that a little bit too far over. But that's a lot better. Okay, I'm gonna go check out that video right now, Josh. And I do have to end the stream soon. Oh, oh, that sketch is awesome. Oh, that drawing turned out awesome. I would rate the drawing 9.5 out of 10 itself. And I mean, the video, I mean, the editing is good for the style. The one thing I'm noticing is like, maybe it could be brightened up a little bit. Like the paper is a little bit dim. It could be more like, I don't know. I mean, I take it a little bit to the extreme with my videos, but like towards my videos is basically what I'm saying. And then the one thing like outros, it's just like people like I show my drawings for under 0.5 seconds usually because that's all people really ever like need to see. That's what I figured out. If I show the drawing for more than like 0.5, 0.7 seconds, um, then people just I'll have a big drop in retention at the end of my videos. So it's something to take into note. Okay, Donald Duck. I'm gonna do one more drawing, and then I do have to go. Um, what's wrong here? Okay, so this needs to be more like that, so that it leaves space for this, which actually starts going up. So there's a few things here, and then that. Okay, let me make sure I'm more over the drawing so I can actually see what I'm doing. Um, and then this is like something's wrong here. This needs to. Okay, okay. We have our things. Okay. You got that line there. And then tongue. Now it's just figuring out this eye. Okay, because okay, that's progress. I keep saying the same thing. I'm sorry. I'm just repeating myself over and over. Just keep saying that's progress. Uh, okay. This up here, that's a lot better than it has been. Mouth. It's still kind of like this actually shouldn't be leaning in. It should be more like that. And that connects with that. And then the mouth gets a little bit wider up here, but then slims down there, then shoots up. Boom. Okay, that's pretty solid. So I'm going to do one more drawing, and I'm going to end the live stream. Boom. Boom. Okay. Tongue. That little thing there. Eye. Okay, that is solid progress. That took way too long, but there you go. That's honestly pretty accurate, I think. That looks yeah, that looks solid. But yeah, thank you all for joining the live stream. Sorry I have to end